Johnny Gargano keep his spot in the championship match at TakeOver Philly? Let's find out a few minutes ago.
He did.
Spoiler.
Welcome to the Midweek Wrap-Up.
Yeah.
Where we'll talk about all the stuff that happened on NXT. The go-home show to TakeOver.
Yeah.
We got a big weekend ahead of us, so let's talk about it. Yeah, we had Velveteen kind of do a opening promo where he essentially said that at the end of tonight, one dream will be over. Whether that being the Velveteen Dream or Johnny Gargano's dream of becoming NXT champion.
I really hope that it's not over.
Me too.
Like, if that was the end of Velveteen Dream...
That'd be awful.
It'd be sad.
I mean, he'd probably be one of the... That's what we'd get chance for weeks, is just we want Velveteen.
Yeah.
If he's, like, legit gone.
Yeah. Potentially a surprise Royal Rumble entrant.
I'm okay with that.
I bet he'd get a huge pop.
Oh, absolutely. We also had No Way Jose return to in-ring action to defeat Cesar Bononi.
Cesar Bononi.
Bianca Belair defeated Luscious Latasha, a.k.a. Latoya. We had a face-to-face between Shayna Baszler and Ember Moon. We had part 2 of Who Are TM61. We found out they will make their in-ring return next week.
Snap.
Also next week, we'll be getting Nikki Cross versus Lacey Evans after Lacey's very...
disparaging remarks towards the women's division of NXT.
And particularly pointing out Nikki Cross as one of the
crazy.
Yeah, the psychopath, whatever. With the Authors of Pain not even decide they want to do a match, they destroyed Chase Brown and Damian Smith, and then sent messages to Undisputed Era. And then in the main event, as we already said, Johnny Gargano kept his spot in the championship match by defeating Velveteen Dream, but was then approached by Andrade afterwards, and still came out on top of that exchange as well.
Yeah.
So, what'd you like about NXT this week?
Gosh. Latoya is very short.
Yeah, she's...
and judge me all you want for my heightisms.
Make fun of me all the time.
Yeah. But we're sitting down. Nobody knows how.
Yeah, they can't tell right now because we're like legit the same height.
Yeah.
I might even be taller because my hair.
Yeah, you got a lot of hair up.
So.
My hair's pulled back, so it's down. See, now you're shorter. It just added a lot of comical value to the match for me. Just to watch somebody who's like not as tall as the top rope, almost.
Yeah, no shit. And watching her try and climb the ropes backwards was a little awkward.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's what you liked.
Really, the thing I liked, the opening promo from Velveteen Dream, setting his own stage.
Yeah, Velveteen making the settings the way he wants it to be for, he was always talking about how
he was never going to give an interview until
it was just right.
Yeah,
there was always something that was wrong. The lighting was wrong, the ambiance was wrong, and so he decided. All of that stuff in his opening promo, which that was a lot of fun, and it just adds another level to that character. I don't think we've ever seen a character who's literally just created the atmosphere that they want.
What about you? What did you like?
I liked seeing No Way Jose back. He's fun.
Yeah.
I also really liked the promo between Shayna Baszler and Ember Moon.
Oh yeah.
They've done a really good job of building tension with Shayna very quickly, since she's only been on 2 or 3 weeks worth of television, and then with a little video online that eventually they showed on NXT of her trying to choke out another person in the ring. It's just it's a good quick feud that they've built, and it already feels very important. And I think, I'm surprised that Shayna's getting the spot instead of Kairi Sane. But I think I'm more excited for a new, big, strong heel to come through the women's division. So, yeah, I liked the...
I'm going to make a bold statement. I'm going to say whoever loses that match is in the Rumble.
All right.
Hands down. Either way.
That's fair. What'd you love?
What did I love? I enjoyed this week's portion of Who Are TM61.
Yes.
A lot more than I enjoyed last week's.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it showed a little bit more of their personality. I really enjoyed seeing that, having your tag team partner there, like, for your surgery.
Yeah, that
showed, like, a closeness that's, like,
that's one
pretty
thing.
cool.
These two videos have shown more of their relationship than anything they've ever done on TV, which I think kind of, it puts a little bit more emotion into the tag team. Because, that way you don't look at them like, oh, it's just these two guys are teaming together. No, they're, like, legitimately best friends and are there for each other at all times.
Yeah, and the part that really sold me on why I enjoyed this portion so much is they used the phrase, we were trying to be something we weren't, and now we're going to show everyone who we really are, what we really can do. So it's going to be interesting to see how different they're going to be upon their return next week on TV. If they are going to be that different, because it sounds to me like they're going to go for a bit of a change-up, which speaks to me as like maybe an unexpected little bit of heel attitude.
Possibly. I mean,
the heels part of the tag division is pretty high right now. So.
Since they've been gone, NXT has changed quite a bit. Like NXT kind of goes through its phases where things shape up in a different way, and so TM61 can't really be the same way they were before. They were not that they weren't popular. They didn't have much of an identity, and I think now they're really building the identity to make themselves stand out from the rest of the tag division.
Yeah, and the biggest detriment is just how fast they got hurt.
Yeah,
like how fast it was because, like I said, they made it to the Dusty Classic.
Yeah,
got to the finals, and then was injured. Like had to take time off directly after that.
Yeah,
or it's like. Being one of those two teams at the end of that tournament is something they could have coasted on.
Absolutely.
What did you love?
I loved Johnny Gargano versus Velveteen Dream.
Yeah, it was an amazing match.
That match was fucking awesome.
It was takeover worthy.
It really was. Like this could have been. This could have been put on any
pay-per-view.
Any pay-per-view, any wrestling TV show. I think this could have been put on. And fit anywhere, and probably could have been show stealer at most of them.
Yeah.
Velveteen continues to prove why he deserves the spot that he's in. Johnny Gargano, the story they told in this was fantastic because right at the beginning, Velveteen is able to match up with Johnny Gargano, trying to really show he's like, hey, you don't deserve the spot. You're not ready. This is my spot. I want it back, but then Johnny immediately takes out the arm of Velveteen, and he constantly worked over it, and I didn't even think about the ramifications of that until he went up to the top rope and was like, oh, I can't do the Purple Rainmaker the way I usually do, and had to change elbows, and that ended up being his undoing. It was a really well done match, some awesome near falls, made it look like Velveteen had a few chances to win. Got him some notoriety, but really gave a solid win to Johnny Gargano heading into his match against Andrade.
Yeah, it was a great match. Again, it also played on the fact that, I'm pretty sure that was the same part of Velveteen Dream that was injured coming out of the match with Aleister Black at the last takeover.
The shoulder.
His left shoulder.
Yeah, which is why I was worried through the match. I was like, oh man, he's really he's focused on that shoulder. I'm not sure if he's gonna be okay. And then I was like, oh no, I see what they did there. They hooked me the whole time.
Yes, suckered you in.
And it was good. And I appreciate that.
You done been suckered in.
It was. I like it. What'd you dislike?
Bianca Belair.
Me too.
I'm just still not sold.
You know,
I feel like I'm looking at somebody who's trying too hard to be Sasha Banks.
Yeah, I was kind of sold for maybe a second in the Mae Young Classic. I felt like, you know, she got to show a little bit more. But yeah, her and Latasha didn't have chemistry.
Not really.
It was an awkward match, and it was just nothing stood out about it. It didn't, like last week they had all that great stuff with the women.
Yeah.
And or maybe that was the week before. No, it was last week.
Yeah.
And then this week that fell really flat, which is why I was glad it was immediately followed by that promo between Ember and Shayna, so I didn't feel like the women got the shaft this week.
Yeah. No, they did what I think they were trying to do, which was just put over the NXT person.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely a squash match to put Bianca over. But
there's just, you know, they just she's strong, she's fast, she's agile, she's athletic, but I'm like,
so is everybody else on the roster. It's NXT. If you're not one or all of those, you fail.
So I mean, they really need to highlight something about her,
other than her hair.
Well, I mean, even if it's the hair, like she used it once.
Yeah.
In the match.
That was coming off of Latasha climbing the ropes.
But it's, you know, that's the thing. It's like, okay, use it as a choke when the referee's distracted. Do something with it, you know, to make it a bigger part of your gimmick, because right now all you are is a very plain looking, not a flashy move set, not like, you know, there's nothing that really makes you stand out from the next person in line, you know. Kind of like female Shelton Benjamin during the right after Team Angle splits up kind of thing.
Yeah, like trying to find his place.
Yeah.
And she used the reverse powerbomb. Like, has that always been her finisher? I thought it was the spear.
I'm pretty sure it was the spear during the Mae Young Classic until I realized it looked terrible.
I was expecting the spear, and then it didn't happen, and I was like, okay, reverse powerbomb, that's kind of cool, but it was just...
It is a unique move.
It's
that's like the most unique of her offensive arsenal. You know, Kane did it for a minute.
That's true.
So did Big Show.
Yeah, they're both 7 feet tall, so it looks dangerous.
Probably really is dangerous.
I'm pretty sure Bianca Belair is about the same height I am, and that's not a far fall to the ground.
Unless you're Latasha.
All right, in this match, it was a bit more devastating.
Yeah.
Only because she's 4 feet tall.
She really picked the finish to capitalize on the weakness of her opponent.
Yeah. There's one more thing I wanted to note on, just because it is something new that we're going to be adding, since our next video is going to be our predictions.
Yeah.
Since Velveteen didn't get his spot in the title match against Andrade Cien Almas, he had a run-in backstage with Cassius Ohno, and that has been added to the TakeOver card.
Interesting.
So, yeah. Cassius Ohno versus Velveteen Dream.
They're both guys who are very over.
Yes.
Both guys who are very good in the ring. Both guys who I think desperately need a big win.
Yeah.
To carry them forward.
I have a feeling the big win's going to go to Velveteen. Because I think just because his star is rising so much faster, I think that's the way they're going to go. But, you know, Cassius pulls out the really important wins
every now and again.
Like, he did just lose to Lars Sullivan at the last TakeOver, so
yeah.
And then he lost in the fatal four-way.
It is a thing that's going to be interesting, because both guys are coming off of losses at the previous TakeOver.
Yeah. You're right.
So, Ono lost to Lars Sullivan, Velveteen lost to Aleister Black. So, you know, both guys need a win. So I expect a really, really good match out of that one.
Yeah. But with that being said, this has been the Midweek Wrap-Up. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Click all those links down below.
So many social media links.
There's also a podcast.
That's the SoundCloud link.
And there's Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
Reasonable the W.
Like Wrestling, where you can see a brand new unboxing, where we get awesome shirts like this Heart Foundation shirt, and we get our little Cody Brawlin buddy. Micro Brawler, Brawlin buddies. Yeah. Never mind. Micro Brawler. These guys, little dudes. Yeah. Well, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. It was a really cool box. Lots of awesome stuff. He's freaking out. Coming up next, we will have our predictions for both NXT TakeOver Philadelphia and the 2018 Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
And as always,
fuck Mojo.